Welcome back. Donald Trump has promised Iran will pay the price after taking too long to negotiate an end to the war. The US president's ominous warning was delivered just hours after both sides traded fire following a drone strike on a US helicopter.
Yeah, Trump says the US may start attacking power plants and bridges again as Iran targeted American bases across the region. For more, let's bring in Jennifer Parker, former ADF senior officer and maritime security specialist who served on one of those bases in Bahrain as well. Good morning to you, Jen. So we're learning more about the downing of that helicopter particularly. The Iranian drone struck the chopper but didn't explode. How amazing is it that these pilots survived the ordeal?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. To be honest, I was quite surprised to hear President Trump say that the one-way attack drone that the Iranians had used, this Shahed, had struck the chopper, been lodged in the chopper, but not exploded. So whether that's a malfunction or what, it's not clear. But it's positive to see these pilots survived. And in fact, they were rescued by a US drone. The first time I've ever seen that at sea, pilots being rescued by a US drone.
Yeah, extraordinary, right? Look, it comes down, doesn't it, to whether whether they were deliberately targeted or not. And there seems to be some conjecture about what happened.
Yeah, it does. So certainly, interestingly, Iran has not claimed responsibility for the attack. Normally, when something like this happens, an aircraft is downed across the Strait of Hormuz, Iran immediately claims responsibility. That said, I guess in the last 24 hours, I was a little sceptical of the view that this wouldn't be intentional. It's a one-way attack drone, or reported to be a one-way attack drone, which means a drone with explosives in the front of it. It's not used for surveillance or reconnaissance, but we're finding out more details. So maybe something else has happened, and maybe it was a mid-air collision. Either way, incredibly dangerous, and thank God the pilots have been rescued.
ADF personnel have been based in Bahrain for quite some time. You've done it over the years as well. Did you ever feel at risk?
Well, look, in Bahrain is the 5th Fleet Naval Headquarters. So you always knew that if there was going to be a major conflict in the region, it makes sense that Iran would target the 5th Fleet Naval Headquarters. Now, of course, that had not happened in the history of that base being in Bahrain until this war started on the 28th of February, and it was struck within the first 24 hours. So, look, the US does protect that base. The reporting from yesterday is that none of Iran's attacks on Bahrain, the naval base there, Jordan or Kuwait were successful in causing any damage. But still, it's always dangerous when you're operating in a war zone.
Yeah, I bet. All right, Jen Parker, as always, thank you.